Hello, it's me, Barbie, and I'm back with part 2 of my Staedtler triangular design journey colored pencils that we talked about earlier. There we go. There's the 12. This is the 48. Now, I'm going to start out by clarifying a little bit. Originally, I purchased a pack of these 12 and a pack of 48. After I used the 12, I just swatched with them a time or two and was in love. So I ordered the 48. The 48 was in a cardboard container, which is never really a problem for me because I do usually put them in a case or something. So, I wasn't upset by that. But when they came, and I started using them just constantly because I really, really love these pencils. Apparently, the cardboard package had been dropped in transit. These came from Amazon, and they were in one of the Amazon little envelopes, just laying on the porch. Now, these were in a metal case, and they were better as far as being broken and sharpening and all that, but they weren't perfect. I still lost a couple of those too. So what I did was I contacted the company, and Staedtler it was originally out of Germany, one of the old pencil companies in Germany, Faber-Castell and Staedtler. And they said, "I will send you some more." And I said, "Well, do you want me to just return these to Amazon, or do you want to, And they said, "No, we'll." So without requiring me to send anything back, they sent me, they replaced both the 12 and the 48. The 12 came, and I called and said, "Well, you forgot the 48, which were really the worst." And they sent me another 48, and this 48 that came directly from Staedtler's were in a metal container, which they're less likely to be broken. And if you're a beginning colored pencil enthusiast, you might not understand how, if they're dropped, the inside of the core is damaged, and when you sharpen them, you'll get big, just constant breakage. I actually also got some splitting when I sharpened these, and I did try every sharpener in the book. I ended up ordering this little $3 and something Staedtler pencil sharpener that is supposed to accommodate round, hexagonal, and triangular. You'll notice on these pencils how big the core is. I didn't check the exact millimeter. I should have done that. But anyway, the 48 came, and they are so beautiful. Let me open these and show you. I'm going to bring the camera down some so you can see these. Here they are. Let me take the cover off. They are beautiful pencils. Now, the ones in the cardboard box were on sale on Amazon, and they were actually only $12 and something. Now, I don't know, buying from the Staedtler website to get the metal tin, how much these would be, but it's the same thing, just in a metal tin. And anytime they're in a metal tin, they're going to transport better, I think. But these are just beautiful. The colors, the colors, I just oohed and awed over them when I opened them. My husband thought they were pretty too. Look at that color scheme. How pretty. These are triangular. I did swatches on the last video where I only had just the 12. I've been working on this. I'm not done yet. It's a landscape challenge off of an art group I'm in. And the laydown is And let me pull back to one that I'm working on now a little bit and show you. Hold on just a second. I'm sorry. I'm not really prepared. I have been sick and doing better, and the dog got skunked, and that was lovely. He got skunked twice. So we've had that going on. Well, I can't find the other thing I was working on, but this is just like one light background coat, and they perform a lot like Prismacolor, but not really. They're not as crayon-y. I like the look that you get, just with light touch. I was trying to find that thing I'm working on. I'm working on a gangly-looking, scrawny-looking coyote that was yesterday's challenge, and I can't find it. But anyway, let me just show you right here how they do lay down. Disregard that. I don't even know what pencils those are from. Let's start with the purple. They just have such a beauty. I'm not pressing down very hard at all. They're soft and easy and nice. Like, it's comfortable to color with these. They're just, a lot of it just comes down to what you enjoy using. And these are very enjoyable and soft. And you can get a dark color if you want to. I'm coming through the second time. I'm not going to bore you by swatching all 48 of these. Look at that. I just do a different color that, here's an orange red. Now when they come, that one I really should have sharpened before, because I was using that on my coyote. As you can see, they're similar in the way they color to Prisma. Now, something that will probably drive some of you crazy that are more organized and more mindful than I am about stuff. Again, I'm drinking coffee. That's the name of the channel. This is actually a Maxwell House half caffeine coffee that we started using a lot. It's called Half Calf, but it's by Maxwell House, and we love it. The regular coffee we use is also Maxwell House, so it's similar. When we feel like we've shouldn't have so much more caffeine, we'll use the Half Calf. And then I also have Folgers decaf we'll use occasionally. It's, as far as decaf goes, it's pretty good. It's still not, decaf is decaf. These pencils, I told you they were triangular. There we go. What will drive you guys crazy? There are no color names and no numbers on these pencils. Now, what I'm figuring out by reviewing inexpensive colored pencils, I'm figuring out that a lot of times, not always, you pay for all that. And if I can get a nice pencil without all that and save a lot of money, I'm probably up for that. But these don't have a color name of any sort. All the triangular design journeys have 1278 on the end. And that's, I guess, some other sort of number. It says Staedtler on it. That can be off-putting to a lot of people. I tend to really not mind that too badly. A lot of times mine will end up in something like this while I'm working, and I just pick out by the tip of the pencil anyway. What I did find on a few of these in the first batch is that the colors on the barrel and the color of the pencil aren't always a dead ringer. That's just not a deal breaker for me. I guess what my whole quest has been is to find pencils that people or me can use and enjoy using and get a good result, but not an arm and a leg. I bought some polychromos. I have some. Yes, I do have polychromos. I don't use, I save them. They're saved for something special, and I don't know what that is. It's kind of like the grandmothers used to do with things, but I'm a grandmother now, so there you go. But anyway, at any rate, I'm trying to think how much I think the set of 12 currently, it was under $10. It was like $8.99 or something. It may have been a special. But these are in a metal tin, and they're very nice to take with you if you just, throw in your purse or whatever. In the protective, and it's got this sleeve over the case. All of them do. That keeps it closed in your purse. I like that. I'm always I could be drawing anywhere. Not necessarily on some elegant outdoor drawing, but maybe babysitting or at a baseball game, or sometimes, wherever. But these are the first batch I got that I've used a lot, but the colors are so pretty, and, I do like that handy little compartment. The thing on the set of 12, I don't think they had a white, if that's something that you need to have. No numbers, no color names. That's kind of a drawback. And the other drawback, if you want to call it that, is when it comes to sharpening, they are not as bad as Prismacolor at all. That's the one thing I love Prismacolor, but they irritate me because when you sharpen, it's just, you can go from a full pencil to a nub in one sharpening with Prismacolor if it's not quite right. These sharpen better than Prismacolor, I'll say that. But they are softer than Polychromos or any of the pencils that you would associate with Polychromos type pencil, harder. They're not that hard, and thus the enjoyable laydown on the paper. But they are kind of finicky about the sharpening. I ordered their little Staedtler sharpener. It does work pretty well. This last batch that they sent me in the metal container, I have not had near the breakage that I did with the first one. So some of it was probably the way those were packaged in a cardboard container and probably thrown around by various and sundry stock people, mail people, whoever. So I will say that up front. Now, I bought my own pencils. These were not given to me to review. The ones I have that were sent as an exchange for the defective lot. So I bought these myself. I'm not obligated in any way to tell you anything about the quality. But what I'm telling you, probably if of all the pencils I have bought, and if you follow my channel, you know that's more than I should have. These currently are my favorite. I prefer them much over Prismas, which I don't use that much anyway. I just have never, I don't. To me, when I go to sharpen a Prismacolor, it just seems to turn to mush or something, and it irritates me. But these, you do need to be careful sharpening these. I have some good hand crank. I'm using an X-Acto hand crank right here. Most of them respond to it. If they're giving me a little bit of trouble, I don't keep grinding them till they're gone. I'll go on and use this. Some of the pencils react in different ways than others. The literature on these says to use a large round hole sharpener and they'll be fine. All I'm saying is you have to sharpen these very gingerly. I mean, they're just not something you're going to quickly ram down in a $5 electric pencil sharpener and come out with what you want. You have to kind of baby them a little bit. But to me, they're very much worth it. I love what they look like when you color with them, and the price is right, so to speak. And if you've not tried triangular pencils, they are, to me, more comfortable in the hand than hexagonal or round. And I guess that's a matter of personal opinion. Uh, but I do recommend these heartily. Also, if things like this matter to you, their customer service is very good. You call that number, you get a person who wants to know what the problem is, and I like that. They're responsive. I also have some Staedtler Norris pencils. I think there's a review on here somewhere a long time ago. I have 2 sets of Staedtler Norris. They are a softer. They're made out of a recycled wood that has a plasticky feel, and they don't break very easily. The lead is almost unbreakable. Great for anybody, but kids too. I also have another set. I think they're just regular Staedtler. I don't know if they're Design Journey or what they are. Another set of Staedtler colored pencils, not Norris, just regular. And I use the Norris for a certain kind of look that I want. It's kind of more of it's a lighter look. And the other ones are a little more, they have a little more depth of color. I also have some Staedtler, what kind of pens are they? Like, back in the old days, we called them felt tip pens. They're not felt tip pens. They're much finer, not really paint pens, but markers that have very fine tips. And I've been really pleased with those. So, at any rate, if you are looking for very inexpensive pencils that are good, this is my recommendation, is the Staedtler. I do recommend that you get one in a metal tin. Also, you can hear Ken mowing. If possible, ordering from the Staedtler website. Although if you order from Amazon, I get cents, a few pennies. I don't know what, obviously I'm not setting the woods on fire with that, but I'm a affiliate or whatever. So, I mean, if you buy from Amazon, I get a little bit of nothing for it. But I would really recommend, if you can do so, to order from Staedtler. They're prompt. They're very accommodating and such. I don't recommend that you get the set with the cardboard box. That's just, whatever. If that's all you can get, it was like $12 for 48 pencils, which is a really good deal. But this metal tin has protected these a little more, and I've been a bit more pleased. But they are, no matter what container you get these in, these are not probably, I don't think they're children's pencils, because they're just not. The lead will break off inside some if you're not careful with them, and a child, I just don't see these being children's pencils. But I love them. They are my go-to pencil now that I've got, right nearby where I'm drawing. So I appreciate you guys coming today. And I'll be back on. I've got several more pencils to review. And I'll be right back with you. All right. Thanks for listening, and I hope that some of this made sense. But this is a big thumbs up for the Staedtler's triangular Design Journey pencils, with the caveat, you need to be careful when you're sharpening. Okay. Bye, guys.